Laville Lancer football is back on the air. After a school record 10-2 season, the Laville Lancer football team looks to reload in 2017. The Lancers started the season with 5 straight wins a year ago before a 42-14 loss at Pioneer. 5 more victories put Coach Will Hostrauser's crew in the sectional final for a 3rd straight season. A hard-fought 43-40 loss at Southwood following a late-game lead ended the season in the sectional finale in a shocking fashion. The Lancers graduated a talented group of 11 led by All-State player Ethan Curtay. Now it's time for a new cast to help Laville football reload. North Newton finished 2016 with an 8-3 record. It was the first winning record since 2004. The Spartans lost at Whiting in the sectional semifinal. North Newton leads the all-time series 2-1. The last time the two teams nearly 2 hours apart played was October 20, 1989. North Newton won that contest 18-7 at Lancer Field. The Lancer victory was 22-21 on October 21st, 1988 at North Newton. Laville Lancer football is brought to you by First Source Bank. I'm Steve Cox. Wayne Thomas joins me for tonight's broadcast on LVH1. It's time for a short break. We get started with our pregame. Following this timeout, you're listening to Laville football on LVH1.
The following broadcast is the exclusive property of LVH1 and the Union North United School Corporation for the private use of our audience and fans. Any retransmission or duplication of this broadcast without the written consent of LVH1 or the Union North United School Corporation is strictly prohibited. We hope you enjoy this event, and go Lancers!
First Source Bank is a proud sponsor of Laville Athletics. Whatever your future holds after high school, make sure you also think about your financial future. Opening an e-student checking account with First Source Bank is a great way to keep you connected to your personal finances as you start on your road to success. Bank the way you want, when you want, 24/7. Apply online at firstsource.com today, or come see us at locations in La Paz, Plymouth, Freeman, Walkerton, or South Bend.
First Source Bank.
Member FDIC.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes in Indiana are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
The following broadcast is the exclusive property.
Welcome back to North Newton, the campus here, out in Morocco, Indiana. My buddy Wayne Thomas and I made the trip down here. We enjoyed looking at all the corn on the way down. It is a beautiful night for football. Nice and warm, low humidity, little slight breeze. But just a great night for high school football. Wayne, haven't done a lot of football, so tell me, what are you feeling right now? Tell you what, we're going to take a break right now for our national anthem.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars
Well done by a student here from North Newton. So back to Wayne, your thoughts about being up here in the booth doing football. We did baseball together, so what do you think about football?
It's a little weird to see all my students down there excited about this. They're not as excited about my class, but feels like school's officially started. We've got athletics rolling now. We're really ready to get to see them in their own element out here.
North Newton, let's talk a little bit about the Spartans. Coach Jeff Bean, this is 12-11 in 2 seasons, his 3rd season. They are the Spartans. They have 2 sectional titles back in 1987 and 1993. Their 2016 record last year was 8-3 overall. They were 6-1 in the Greater South Shore Southern Division Conference. That was their first winning season since 2004 when they were 6-4. Also is their best record, 10-2 since 1993. They lost to Whiting in the sectional semifinal, 21-12. Spartans averaged nearly 275 rushing yards games last season. Part-time backs that we're going to be looking tonight, Nick Snow and Alex Getz. Aaron Scheringer, one of their better defensive players. And Sean School is an excellent punter. They've got 7 players coming back on the offense and 7 on the defense. I talked to Coach Hostrauser earlier in the week, and they said they are just a lot of big players. They're fast. We've got a young team. And tonight's going to be a pretty good challenge for us. Wayne, talk to me a little bit about the Lancers.
Yeah, we've got the Lancers coming over here. This was originally going to be a home game, I believe, but a little bit of renovation at home caused the schedule to change up a little bit. So we're going to come out here to play. Laville's defense last year held opposition to 14.5 points per game. One of the best in the state of Indiana, 30th overall, which matched up with their offense, also 30th overall, scoring 40 points a game. But with all that said, we've got Leighton Zarnecki taking the reins tonight. Braxton Sauer was going to start. Both of them looking to replace Adam Steinke last year. Finished 3rd with his career touchdowns. And with 13 touchdowns in a season, that's a 3rd-place record for Laville. Ethan Curte left also, moved on. He was Laville's all-time leading rusher. 4,528 yards all time.
That's a lot of mileage.
Yeah, and that's a lot of numbers to read out there. And then last year, he actually went 1,841 single-season rushing yards, 32 touchdowns, 68 for his career, and really just hard to replace. But we got Dakota Fig coming in, big shoes to fill, and he's got some really big cleats, so I think he's going to be able to hold it down pretty well. With all that said, with all the people we had leaving, we've got some really good kids coming out tonight. Dakota Fig, we've got Zach Atkinson. He had the most improved last year. He's going to be holding down the defensive line, really trying to push them around a little bit. Then Jed Rock is coming back too, so he had the Junior Varsity Award. So Jed Rock's going to be able to come out tonight and really kind of shine on the varsity team.
I talked with Coach Ostrauser earlier in the week and just said, what are you pleased with right now? And he said right now the youthful enthusiasm is something. It's a young team, very, very young team. He said we're going to just be kind of trying to find our identity. Kid may start one place, one position, may not work out, may need to switch him around. So just because somebody's sitting at a particular position tonight doesn't mean that's necessarily where they're going to end up. Really trying to find an identity as far as the team is concerned. Lancers go ahead and they take the field. They're a very young team, and one of the concerns that Coach Ostrauser told me is just game speed. A lot of these, maybe we're going to have Leighton tonight, Zarnecki in at quarterback, never taken a varsity snap as far as that. He's a freshman, and I just know that when you go from 8th grade to 9th grade, that is just a huge difference as far as the game speed is concerned. You're usually, when you're an 8th grader, you can pretty much kind of take care of everybody, especially if you're a good athlete like Leighton. Tonight, he's going to step in and be playing against some young men who are a lot stronger, a lot faster. Leighton's a good kid, though, and we're just going to be excited to see him play tonight. But again, just the lack of experience. Seniors that they graduated, and again, we talk about Stanky and Mason Lead and who else do we have there? That
Parker Horvath, Porter Minix both leaving up.
Right.
We're looking for an identity because we lost a lot of solid leadership last year that the community is able to gain as they walked off and graduated.
And what Coach Osterhauser told me was, apart from the athletic ability, which there are some big shoes to fill, it's the leadership that those seniors really brought last year as well. And that's the one thing that he's really looking for. You got a young team now. Who's going to step up? Who's going to lead? I asked him about the offense. He said we're going to have to run something a little bit simpler as far as that. The playbook maybe not be near as big. Obviously, early on in the season, it's not near as big. But the playbook, we're going to have to kind of keep it simple for Layton and the gang. But defense, about the same thing, about what they ran in the past. He gave me some names: Dakota Fig, Jacob Good. Talked about Robbie Pope, Jimmy Fisher, and Russell Gentner. He said those guys have been in, and they have worked hard, and they expect some good things from them as well. As you talked about, Braxton Sauer hurt in the scrimmage, and whether he's going to get any time tonight, I don't know. But Leighton Zarnecki is going to step in. He's going to take the snaps to begin with. North Newton, big physical team. Coach Osterhauser said they're probably going to run the ball 90% of the time. And so we're going to have to just match up with them and see what we can do tonight. North Newton has just taken the field, and we're going to be ready for football here in just a couple of minutes.
I don't think Leighton Zarnecki is going to be as big a deficit as it may normally be to have a freshman surprise as a starter after a little bit of an injury. He is a brilliant young man, probably genetics, knowing his mom. But not only brilliant, he's a very positive person, too. He's always got that smile, always joking around. And I think he's got a strong enough mind that he's able to pick up this playbook and really make a run for it. And they're probably going to lean on him as the future of the team. Coming in as a freshman now and Braxton being a senior.
Mm-hmm. Both teams are coming out to midfield for the coin toss. Captains for the Lancers are Jacob Good, Dakota Fig, Riley Wagner. North Newton has won the toss, and they are deferring. And so the Lancers will be receiving the opening kickoff. As the night goes on, those fans who are watching us on LVH1, we want to let you know the cellular signal that we're going to be getting out here from time to time is going to be rough at best. And so you bear with us. Hopefully we can put some good quality things to you tonight. All of this will be taped and can be available to upload later on.
Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you want to be able to see some of the updates as they come out throughout the season, too. That was a cheap plug for Matt Florian over there.
That was a good one. Lancers will receive the opening kick. Looks like Colby Watts is deep for the Lancers. Flanked by Aiden Doyle and Dakota Fig. Again, just a beautiful night for high school football.
Yeah, we've got the sunset coming down right behind one of the end zones. It's going to be really a great day. It feels like football. We came in, we were able to smell the burgers grilling. It's just a perfect environment.
And we didn't get a chance to have any, though. We're going to have to send somebody. North Newton looks like Nick Snow is going to tee it up, 5'9" senior.
Kicking over to our sophomore with Colby Watts.
And it's time for Lancer football, brought to you by LVH1 Broadcasting. Kick is on the way.
Little squib kick. I think that was Pope that actually picked it up.
Robbie Pope picks it up. Runs it back to around the 32-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Lancers. We see Leighton Zarnecki coming out. He'll take the snaps. Set in a fullback house. right up the middle. Robbie Pope, impressive first run, all the way down to the 45-yard line. That's going to be, referees are going to call a timeout. We've got an official timeout already, not quite sure what's going on.
Not a bad way to start the season for Pope.
10-yard gain. Ball will now be at the 45-yard line. You've got Pope, Colby Watts, and it looks like Dakota Figg in the backfield. Not quite sure what the referees are. The play clock is off. Oh, all right, we see that. Little minor glitch. Bugs that we'll have to work out. The crew before the game up here in North Newton, you feel bad for these guys. All of a sudden, the music all went off, everything went off, and they all kind of looked at each other and said, all right, who pulled the plug? What happened? So they booted it back up and got things going again. Trying to get things set up. Computers are wonderful, aren't they, when they work?
Supposed to save us all these issues and
yeah,
create new ones.
All right, 1st and 10. Ball's on the 45-yard line.
We're sitting here behind the student section. This is getting loud already, and the game's only 10 seconds in.
Flag on the play. Left end for North Newton jump, so that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Move the ball up to the 50-yard line. 1st and 5 for the Lancers. Early here in the first quarter, 11:35. Lancers on the first play get a first down and then another 5 yards on the penalty. Gonna set Dakota Figg in motion.
Looks like we got Nathan Peterson lining up over there on the far left.
Sweep around the outside. Oh! Colby Watts on the run. Had a little bit of room. Tripped up at the 47-yard line. Pickup of 2 on the play. Cole Wagner on the tackle. 2nd down and 3. Lancers again lined up. Full house in the backfield. Handoff to Colby Watts, and he is going nowhere.
He got eaten up a little bit on that one.
Met by Eric Schuringa. We named him in the pregame. We're going to probably say his number a lot, number 54 for North Newton. That's a loss of 1 on the play. We're going back down to 3rd down and 4. Riley Wagner bringing the play in for the Lancers.
So this might be the first real test for Layton early in the game, early in the season, and his high school career.
Send Wagner in motion. Sweep around the right side, and again, Colby Watts runs into a wall.
He broke a few tackles there, but they were just a relentless defensive line on that one.
We're going to have a loss of 3 on that one. 4th down and 6. Punting for the Lancers is David King. Colt Wagner and Nick Snow will be back for the Spartans. King's punt. Fair catch is called. Colt Wagner. Ball's at the 22-yard line. Be 1st and 10. We're going to throw it back to a commercial break right now. 30-second timeout. You're listening to Lancer Football on LVH1.
I don't think think of this as a high school weight room. It's more like a high school classroom. I'm learning how to manage my time here. I'm learning that it's important to have goals and that it takes persistence and commitment to reach them. And I'm learning that the best way to lead is by example.
Indiana High School Sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
We're back. North Newton campus. First play from scrimmage. North Newton has a pickup of 6 on the first play. Ball is at the 29-yard line. Colt Wagner on the carry. Tackle by Riley Wagner. Pickup of 2 on the play. And they're going to make that a first down for the Spartans. Not even going to measure. Ball is at the 32-yard line. 1st and 10, North Newton. Lancers are running a, looks like a 4-4 package as far as on defense is concerned. Handoff to...
Oh, fumble.
Snow on the carry, drops the ball, but goes down and recovers it. Ball will be on the 46-yard line. Be a 1st and 10, North Newton. North Newton comes up. Split a wide receiver wide to the left. Max Signier goes in motion. Colin Wagner on the carry. Pickup of 3 on the play. Ball will be right at the 50-yard line. 2nd down and 7. Early in the first quarter, a little over 7 minutes gone by. North Newton putting together a nice little drive. Jeremy Schoon runs into a wall. No gain on the play. Edgar Alvarado in on the tackle for the Lancers. The 3rd down, maybe just a half a yard. Ball, nose of the ball right on the 50-yard line. Be a 3rd down and 6. Receiver split out right. Player in motion. Colt Wagner takes the ball, drops it, fumbles it. Fortunately, he just comes right back up to him. Run out of bounds at the 38-yard line. It's going to be another 1st and 10, North Newton.
Had Dakota Fig not been there, that was gone.
Yep.
So he stopped. He counts for 6 right there.
1st and 10. Kyle Geller split wide to the left. Handoff again to Colt Wagner. Runs into Robbie Pope. Pick up a 2 on the play. Ball will be at the 36-yard line. 2nd down and 8. Lancers looking to make a stop here. 5:17 left to go in the first period. Garrett Belt is split out wide to the left. Maxellier in motion, and he gets the ball. Brought down by David King. Pick up down to the, looks like the 33-yard line. Be 3rd and 5. Again, Coach Ostrauser told us in the ball game that North Newton probably would run the ball a lot, and we're seeing that tonight. Lancers got to be careful they don't get somebody behind them here and get an easy score on a pass play.
Yeah, you can see they're really filling the box now. They're bringing everyone up to the line.
In motion, ball's down, dropped again. North Newton, that's the 3rd time they put the ball on the ground. Fortunately, they've recovered all 3 fumbles. That's Colt Wagner. And we'll see that on the replay here. Again, that is the 3rd time that they have put the ball on the ground. Ball all the way back to the 40-yard line. And it looks like they're going to go ahead and punt. Colby Watts will be back deep. Max Snow will be back to punt for North Newton. Kick. Watts comes up. Oh!
No.
I'm not sure. I didn't see him signal for a fair catch. Ball hit him right in the breadbasket.
And bounced right off of
Bounced right off of him. And there was North Newton right there on the coverage you see on the replay. So an early turnover for the Lancers. Ball's on the.
They've got their back against the wall here. They're going to have to step it up. They're going to have to get on one of those fumbles that they've caused and try to get the ball back here.
Ball's on the 17-yard line. 3:25 here to go in the first period. Huge, huge opportunity for North Newton. Ben Vanderwall underneath. Hands off to Nick Snow. Gain of about 9 yards on the play. Ball is on the around the 6-yard line. Penalty on the play, holding against North Newton. And you can't see on our TV shot, but we are looking right into the sun. It is difficult. So if we're struggling here a little bit to try and make the call, even though you see a nice shot on the TV, the sun is just right over the top of the trees, and it is blinding. So that's enough excuses for right now. Ball's going to be at the 27-yard line. 1st and well over 20.
Yeah, on the way in, someone said, leave your sunglasses in the car.
Yeah.
We're not going to need those up there.
Yeah, I know. Colt Wagner on the carry around the right side. Ball's down to the 28-yard line. Pickup of about 6 on the play. 2nd down and 15. Lancers with a good stop to force the punt. Got to go ahead and do it again a 2nd time. Garrett Belt again split out wide to the left.
There we go.
Ben Vanderwall looked like he was going to throw the ball.
Jacob Good had a really good play there. He really lived up to the name.
So we've got a loss back to the 29-yard line. Again, we are 3rd and well over 20 yards. 3rd and, well, 20 according to the scoreboard. I think it's a little more than that, but it's a bunch. Kyle Geller will split out wide to the left.
They're going to run up the middle here. That's a joke.
Got everybody all spread out. Wagner in motion. Flag on the play. Waiting for the official's call. Offsides. Against North Newton. Back it up 5 more yards. 3rd and a bunch. Minute 35 left to go here in the first period. No score. North Newton had a couple of opportunities and inability to hold on to the ball, and crucial penalties have hurt them. North Newton's going to call a timeout, and so we're going to take a timeout. We're going to send it back to the guys in the booth. You're listening to LVH1 Lancer Football.
I don't think of this as a high school weight room. It's more like a high school classroom. I'm learning how to manage my time here. I'm learning that it's important to have goals and that it takes persistence and commitment to reach them. And I'm learning that the best way to lead is by example.
Indiana High School Sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
In the LVH1 production booth, updating you with some scores from around the opening weekend of high school football. St. Joe leads Concord 24-13 at halftime. The Triton Trojans have taken a 28-0 lead over South Newton. And we will update you one last one before we send it back to the Spartan field. 13-13, the Cavemen and Portage continue to battle in the second quarter. Back to Coach Cox and Mr. Thomas, the voice of LVH1 football.
First pass of the night from Ben Vanderwall, complete to Colt Wagner. Pickup of about 10 on the play. Ball will be on the 33-yard line. 4th down and still at least 20.
We went to a commercial break. They weren't able to hear it at home, but North Newton student section tried to bring the whole bleacher section down to the ground. They got really loud.
The good group of kids is enjoying a Friday night. It was a beautiful night. Sun just about a little down now. We won't have any excuses here in a little bit. Back to throw again. Ball's up in the air. In the end zone.
I think that's a pickoff.
And it is intercepted.
Andrew Dill.
Andrew Dill. Freshman Andrew Dill. Pass was intended. One of those ones, just kind of throw it up the air and let's go see if you can go get it. And so the Lancers will take over, and they dodge the proverbial bullet twice now. North Newton's had an opportunity to come down and score twice. The Lancers have stiffened. So it's now 1st and 10 from
5-yard line.
5-yard line.
This is not an easy place to start up on.
Trying to figure out bottom of the pile. Who's going to get? That's Robbie Pope. Robbie Pope, 2-yard pickup on the gain. 2nd down and 8. And that will be the end, excuse me, of quarter number 1. No score as we are here at North Newton on the campus, and we're going to toss it back to the guys. We're ready for a 30-second timeout.
First Source Bank is a proud sponsor of Laville Athletics. Whatever your future holds after high school, make sure you also think about your financial future. Opening an e-student checking account with First Source Bank is a great way to keep you connected to your personal finances as you start on your road to success. Bank the way you want, when you want, 24/7. Apply online at firstsource.com today, or come see us at locations in La Paz, Plymouth, Bremen, Walkerton, or South Bend.
First Source Bank,
Member FDIC.
Updating you on other scores in the opening night of Indiana football. Around the state, Wawasee and Lakeland are in the second quarter. Wawasee leads 36-22. Bremen and Tippy Valley at Bremen. It's a 14-0 lead in favor of the Lions. John Glenn leads 9-0 over Boone Grove in the second quarter. Penn and Valparaiso, last update in the first quarter, 7-0 in favor of the Kingsmen. And Plymouth leads East Noble 7-6. Back to Coach Cox and Mr. Thomas in the press box at Spartan Field.
Well, welcome back to Spartan Field, beginning of period number 2. They're resetting the scoreboard. Computer having some problems as far as the scoreboard, and I don't know, the 24-second clocks, 40-second clocks on the field are not running at all, so they must be doing that on the field. We're ready to start.
And the good news is we've flipped fields now, so we're on the other side, and we're going to be running into the sun again.
Yeah.
Well, it's not quite the same being up here. We're missing Connor Carlisle. We're missing Kenny Kramer. LVH1 is the voice of Lancer Nation, but it's the voice of Lancer Nation missing some really good spirits up here.
Handoff to Colby Watts. Nice run around the right side. Ball's out at the 13-yard line. Pick up a 5 on the play. 3rd down and 1. Dakota Fig bringing in the play. Lancers need to put together a nice, sustained drive.
Yeah, their defense, for better or worse, was on the field for a long time in that first quarter.
Handoff right up the middle. Robbie Pope just runs into the middle of the North Newton, and they're going to be short. 4th and about a foot. Official timeout. Decide they're not quite sure what we're deciding. Going to go ahead and measure. Again, it looked like the initial surge was enough for the first down. But again, you get the ball in the middle of the pile. Referee kind of depends on what angle he's looking at. So it would be nice that we could keep this drive alive. Here it is, and boy, it's 6 inches.
Oh.
6 inches. So Coach Ostrauser, early in the season, are we ready to roll the dice here? Or
such a young team, too.
What are we going to do? They're going to go out and place it back out. And the answer is we're going to punt. So David King will punt away. Wagner and Vanderwall back to receive the punt around their 45-yard line. Going to end up with some pretty good field position after this exchange.
Hope he laced up his cleats really tight. They need to get some yards under the ball this time.
Snap. David King, nice punt. Back to the 50-yard line, 55-yard line.
He kicked it somewhere.
Someplace. Colt Wagner with the fair catch. Ball will be at the 49-yard line. 1st and 10, North Newton. North Newton's had a couple opportunities. The Lancers have done the bend but not break so far tonight.
They're coming off with some momentum with that last pick, so see if they can carry that up into this. 2 attempted passes tonight, and one of them was an interception.
Handoff to Dylan Taylor.
I need to sit
Correction.
down after that hit.
Max Seitzinger, and man, he just got upended. Pick up a 2 on the play. Those were 2 tough yards. Ball's now on the opposite side at the 49-yard line. 2nd down and 8.
He paid for every one of those inches, didn't he?
Yes, he did. 2 very tough yards. Receiver split out wide to the right. Handoff to Wagner. Wagner again, ball's on the ground.
That's another fumble. Did we pick it up this time?
Dakota Fig comes up with the hit. That's the 4th time that South Newton, see on the replay, that is the 4th time that the Spartans have put the ball, and this time we're going to come up with it. Ball will be at the 49-yard line. We have flag on the play. Discussion with the head referee and Coach Jeff Bean. Got a sideline warning against North
Understandably
Newton.
upset.
So now we're 1st and 10 Lancers. Ball's on the 49-yard line. Handoff.
Oh, here we go.
To Dakota Fig. Dakota Fig all the way down, cuts back. Down to around the 10-yard line. And there are 3 flags that come flying out at the end.
They threw every flag they had.
Take a look at this on replay. Fig down the left-hand side. Nick Snow tries to make the tackle. And then you see 1, 2, 3 flags.
I think one of them threw their shoe at the end of that. They
We're going to
ran
sort
out of
this out.
flags.
Looks like it's going against the Lancers. Call is an illegal block in the back. Ball will be at the Spartan 21-yard line. Will be a Lancer 1st down. First time the Lancers get a chance, get inside, down close to the red zone. Zarnecki takes the snap.
Oh, no.
Runs into Dakota Fig.
A little bit of miscommunication.
Loss of 3 on the play. Ball goes back to the, actually loss of 4 on the play. Loss of 5? About 4. Ball's down the 25-yard line. Our statistician, Scott Scher, who we're hoping can get back with us real soon, watching this on LVH1 back in Goshen. Probably scratching his head listening to me call this game.
Oh, and a pass from
Zarnecki.
Layton.
Intended for Robbie Pope. Ball drops incomplete. Be 3rd down. Try to roll him out of the pocket. Kind of an end over end. Layton's a good, strong kid, though. He gets an opportunity to kind of get a feel for the game. I think he's really going to help us. Lancers back in the shotgun. Flag on the play.
False start
Be a
against the
false start
Lancers.
against us.
Moving the wrong way here.
Ball is now back at the 30-yard line. 3rd down and 20. Lancers had receivers on both sides split out. Going to come back in, bring it all back in. In the power I. Zarnecki under center. Fakes the handoff, the pass. intended again. For Andrew Dill, there's a flag on the play. Both players are jumping up for the ball, and the preliminary indication is pass interference against North Newton. That was one of those ones. Just kind of threw it up in the air. It's that little jump ball, just kind of go up and get it. Looks like both were going for it. So now we're going to march this off. Ball's going to be down to the 15-yard line. Be 3rd down and 5. 8:46 here in the second period. Still no score. Lancers for the first time tonight down knocking on the door. Full house backfield.
He's going to be close there.
Handoff to Colby Watts. Ball's on the 14-yard line. 4th down and 3. I didn't talk to Coach Ostrauser. I see Zarnecki bringing out a kicking block, so it looks like we're going to try to put one on the board here. Dakota Fig lining up. This is right at the 20. It's to be a 30-yard field goal. It's a snap down. It has the distance, and it is good. Dakota Fig with the 30-yard field goal, and the Lancers come up with the first score of the season. And that's a nice little weapon to have. We can get down inside the 20 to be able to put some points on the board.
The jack of all trades, Dakota Fig with the first score.
So with 7:56 left to go, the Lancers take an early 3-0 lead. We're going to go back for a 30-second timeout. You're listening to LVH1, the voice of Lancer Nation.
First Source Bank is a proud sponsor of Laville Athletics. Whatever your future holds after high school, make sure you also think about your financial future. Opening an e-student checking account with First Source Bank is a great way to keep you connected to your personal finances as you start on your road to success. Bank the way you want, when you want, 24/7. Apply online at firstsource.com today, or come see us at locations in La Paz, Plymouth, Freeman, Walkerton, or South Bend.
First Source Bank. Member FDIC.
3-0 is the score here at Spartan Field. Elsewhere in Indiana High School athletics, Caston leads West Central 6-0. Penn is in the lead 7-6 over Valparaiso late in the second quarter. And Portage leads Mishawaka 20-19 as the Cavemen near halftime. Back to Steve Cox and Wayne Thomas, the voice of LVH1 and the voice of Laville football in the 2017 season.
Dakota Fig is going to kick off. And Colt Wagner comes up. Looked like he almost stepped out of bounds right at the 25-yard line. Tackle by Russell Gentner. Brings the ball out to the 32-yard line. Be 1st and 10. Spartans. End of the first quarter stats for the Lancers. They had 10 rushing yards, 0 passing yards, and 1 first down. North Newton had 36 rushing yards, 5 passing yards, and they had 3 first downs. So both teams just kind of trying to find their way around.
Yeah, we're going to see that a lot, especially this earlier in the season out with two teams that are going through such a leadership transition.
Snow on the carry. Tackle by Jacob Good. Pick up a 2 on the play. Ball's at the 34-yard line. 2nd down and 8. North Newton. North Newton's had a couple opportunities to score, and fumbles and penalties have set them back. The Lancers taking advantage of the pass interference. Putting it in, and Dakota Fig with the 3 points. And that's where we're at. 7:18 left to go in the second period. Hand off to Snow. Pick up of about 6 yards on the play. Riley Wagner on the hit. Ball will be right at the 39-yard line. 3rd down and 3.
They've been doing a good job. They've run the sweep quite a few times, but they've done a really nice job of switching up which side they run to. You can't really stack the right because they'll just sweep over to the left.
Lancers now. Looks like they're in a, they brought some more guys up in the box here, anticipating. They've got one runner split out.
Oh, right in the back.
Right there, nice play. Snow immediately hit in the backfield.
I'm not sure. I think that might have been Corbin Brown.
Corbin Brown, I think, on that. We can see on the replay here. Stacked him right up. Loss on the play of 1. So that's going to force a punt. 4th down and 4. Ball's at the 38-yard line. Dakota Fig back deep for the Lancers. Jason Eller will be punting for North Newton.
What a punt.
Nice punt. Fig looks at it, it bounces, comes back. Oh, and he's tripped up and almost breaks it. Returns back to the 25-yard line. Lancers will take over. 1st and 10. With 5:41 left in the second period. Lancers with the early 3-0 lead on the Dakota Fig field goal.
Now, some of you may not know, I'm actually up here with Pastor Cox. Dakota Fig hasn't cut his hair in, I think, 2 years. A little bit of a Samson strength down on their own football field.
The poor humor.
That's the best one I've got.
That's it. Zarnecki maybe changing up the play. Good, and Doyle Aiden. Ball's handed off to Colby Watts, running hard. Ball's down to the 30-yard line. Pick up a 5 on the play. 2nd down and 5. 5:22 and counting. Again, it would be nice if we could put another drive in here and get another score before halftime. Full house backfield again. Handoff to Robbie Pope. Pick up a 3 on the play. Ball will be at the Lancer 33-yard line. Actually, 3rd down and 2. We'll call it 3rd down and 2. Lancers shuttling players in and out.
Yeah, it's hard to keep up with that offense that we had last year, scoring 40 points a game
Right.
when we're running the ball as much as we are. But if we're able to run and maintain the control of the clock, that's really going to benefit the team this year, as young as they are.
Riley Wagner tackled in the backfield by number 44, Colin Wagner. Wagner on Wagner. Loss of a yard on the play. Ball will be at the 32-yard line. Wagner and Snow will be deep for North Newton. David King looks like he's going to drop back and punt. Nice spiral. It's a nice roll. Going to keep on going down to around the 26-yard line. 10, 20, 30. Almost a 40-yard punt by David King. No return. 3:35 left here in the second period. Playing a little position here as far as field position is concerned.
If If you look up there, we got 67 on the defensive line already. That's Zach Atkinson, the junior. He said that his goal this year was to kind of be the anchor. This was the specialty that he went with. He also works the offensive line, but they said tonight he's going to focus primarily on defense, just to make sure that he's out there fresh.
Wagner on the carry. All the way up to the 35-yard line. David King on the tackle for the Lancers. Going to mark it back down, his knee down on the 34-yard line. Pickup of 8 on the play. 2nd down and 2. Trying to figure out who's that number. That was 87. Max Seitzinger we ran that play before, and I think it had the same result if I remember correctly. And I think even as I'm listening to the North Newton folks here in the booth, they're saying, why are we running that play? So
that was our punter getting back there too, David King.
Ball is on the 33-yard line. 3rd down and 4. Right up the middle. Nice run. Nick Snow. Nice hard run. Good hard tackle. That ball is going to be up on the 39-yard line. That's going to be enough for a North Newton 1st down.
Snow has really been piling it on tonight.
Thing that hurt them in the first quarter is all the fumbles. They had 4 different fumbles that they put down. They're now kind of holding on to the ball better in the 2nd period. Quick little hitter right up again the middle. Again to Snow. Big pile in the middle. They'll kind of pull guys apart. Corbin Brown at the bottom of the pile. Pick up a 4 on the play. Ball will be at the 42-yard line. 2nd down and 6.
Ouch.
Colin Wagner on the carry. Tackle by Riley Wagner, and he's kind of holding his head a little bit. I think it was a hard hit.
Oh, that was Dakota Fig.
Is that Fig? Is that Fig? Yeah. Okay. I was going to say, I think that was Fig. That was a good hard tackle, but that was a good hard run. Not so sure Dakota Fig didn't get the worst part of that. 3rd down and 1. Ball's at the 48-yard line. Just about a minute left to go here in the 2nd period. Handoff right up the middle. Again, Wagner breaks it through and almost squirts through. Ball will be right at the 45-yard line. Pick up on the play of around 7 yards. Ball at the nose of the ball right on the 45-yard line. 1st and 10 Spartans. The Lancers need to put up a wall here so we don't give away any points right here, right before the end of the half. Pass play. Pass complete to Kyle Geller. Gets out of bounds at around the 39-yard line. Pick up a 6 on the play.
With about that much time left.
2nd down and 4. 38 seconds left to go. Again, North Newton not known for throwing a lot. Probably going to have to throw the ball a little bit more now. In motion. Vanderwall back. Throws.
That's Nathan Nichols-Peterson.
Nathan Nichols-Peterson with the pick. And again, that's what happens when you're primarily, see on the replay, just drops back into coverage. Again, that's part of the problem if you're a team that primarily runs the ball and you try to do something you don't do a lot. So the Lancers will take over. First and 10 on the 34-yard line. It's like we're going to take a knee and just be happy to go in at the locker room with a 3-0 halftime lead.
And this really been like watching a big physical chess match between these two teams. Trying to figure out who fits where, how they're going to run it, and how we're going to try and stop them, and vice versa.
Both teams just kind of stand around waiting for the clock to run down. Again, we don't have the 40-second clock, so we don't really know where we're at. So that is going to be it. Half number 1 is in the books. Kind of a chess match, as Wayne would say. The Lancers on a Dakota Fig field goal. Enter into the locker room ahead 3-0. You're listening to Lancer football on your home. LVH1, the voice of Lancer football. We're going to throw it back to the guys for commercial break.
First Source Bank is a proud sponsor of Laville Athletics. Whatever your future holds after high school, make sure you also think about your financial future. Opening an e-student checking account with First Source Bank is a great way to keep you connected to your personal finances as you start on your road to success. Bank the way you want, when you want, 24/7. Apply online at firstsource.com today, or come see us at locations in La Paz, Plymouth, Bremen, Walkerton, or South Bend.
First Source Bank. Member FDIC.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes in Indiana are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Indiana. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
I don't think of this as a high school weight room. It's more like a high school classroom. I'm learning how to manage my time here. I'm learning that it's important to have goals and that it takes persistence and commitment to reach them. And I'm learning that the best way to lead is by example.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
And it's halftime here at Laville at North Newton. The Lancers have a 3-0 lead over the Spartans in the opening round of the IHSAA football season here in Indiana. Elsewhere in IHSAA action, Angola leads DeKalb 17-7. Central Noble and West Noble are tied at 0. Fairfield and Goshen in the second quarter. Fairfield has a 13-0 lead. In the third quarter, Northridge leads South Bend Adams by a score of 19-7. Northwood leads Jimtown in the third quarter, 23-0 over the Jimmies. South Bend St. Joseph leads Concord 24-16 in the third quarter. Warsaw versus Columbia City in the third quarter. Warsaw has a 14-6 lead. At halftime, Penn and Valparaiso, it's still a 7-6 game in favor of the Kingsmen. Portage leads Mishawaka 20-14 in the third quarter. Triton leads South Newton 35-0 at halftime. And the number 5 team in 5A ball, Cathedral, in some trouble in their opening game. 21-7 is the lead over the Cathedral Shamrocks. 21-7 in favor of the St. X Bombers. You're listening to LVH1's coverage of IHSAA football. Coming up next, this week's Commissioner's Corner featuring the IHSAA Commissioner, Bobby Cox.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly update from the IHSAA Commissioner himself, Bobby Cox. Now for the inside scoop on what's happening day to day with the IHSAA. Here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Bobby Cox.
Welcome back, everyone. This begins our new season with our conversation with the commissioner of the IHSAA, Bobby Cox. And Commissioner Cox, it is always a busy time at the IHSAA, sometimes busier than others. This is one of those busy times with the beginning of fall sports, the opening weekend of high school football, as we all know, coming up on Friday.
You're right, Bob. It is a busy time, but it's an exciting time. I always look forward to this time of year because we're going to kick off our football season, and our other fall sports are up and running right now. There's a lot of activity for young people, and it's the anticipation of the starts of these seasons and how things will play out, and ramping up to our tournament series, which will be right around the corner. It's amazing how quick it really goes.
It is amazing, and you're right. We've already had a full week of activity in the fall sports schedule, and participation numbers are up as we talk about. Things continue to be very, very strong for the education-based programs that we have in our state.
I agree with you, Bob, and it is a testament to the fact that education-based athletics in Indiana is healthy, and the fact that our numbers are growing shows that our member schools are providing meaningful programming to our young people in our communities, and it's just exciting for these kids. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. That window from grades 9 through 12 is a very special and unique time in a young person's life, and we're happy to be a part of it.
One other event over the past weekend, the IHSAA Foundation Golf Outing. Before we talk about the outing, which was great, I know you have news about the foundation, which was just established within this past year for the express purpose to put together programs and solicit contributions and things to benefit student athletes and programs around our state. And I know you've just appointed a new president to that position.
We did, Bob. Matt Wolfert, who is finishing up as the Director of Major Gifts at Cathedral High School, has joined the IHSAA Foundation as our new president. He'll begin officially on September the 5th, and we're very excited to have Matt. Matt's a young, energetic individual that will bring a lot of passion to the position of IHSAA Foundation president. He has a bevy of contacts that he can make across the state, and he'll work hard to continue the programming that we've already initiated within our member schools, such as the Inside Out Coaching Initiative, Habitudes for Athletes, and Champion Reads program. So we're very excited for Matt, very excited for the foundation, and looking forward to some great things.
And to that end, a very successful sold-out golf tournament, one of the major fundraisers that you have. And I think it's always neat to engage a variety of different people from different walks of life, different professions, and get them involved in this process.
It is, and we did have a very successful outing at Prairie View. I'd like to thank Doc O'Neill and Matt Cohote and Prairie View staff for providing a tremendous venue for us. And we had a wonderful day. We finally had a day of IHSA golf, whether it be boys or girls, state championships, or the foundation outing, where we did not have a drop of rain. And we've had rain at every event we've been out there, so it's kind of nice to just go out there and not deal with rain. And we had a great event, raised a little money for the foundation, but moreover, told our story about what the foundation is about and the initiatives that we're undertaking and what we're trying to do to make high school sports a better environment in the state of Indiana.
Well, this has been a positive conversation, so I'll not ask you how your golf game was. How's that? So we don't bring down the conversation.
I don't want to bring down the conversation. It's too good right now.
The commissioner of the IHSA, Bobby Cox, joining us. All right, Friday, week 1 of football. The weather right now looks like it's going to be good. There's just something about opening day around the state on that third Friday in August.
It really is, Bob. High school football has become the galvanizing element of our communities, and the first week of the season is highly anticipated because people have been gone for the summer. They've been out doing their thing, and we get this first home football game, and everybody comes back. It's like a huge reunion. There'll be tailgating going on all over the state, a lot of energy in our stadiums. We've got some great matchups coming up, and I think it's going to be a wonderful start to our 2017 football season.
The commissioner of the IHSA, Bobby Cox, our weekly conversation, a great way to start out. Commissioner, thanks for the time. Have a great weekend. We'll talk to you next week.
Thank you, Bob. You too.
First Source Bank is a proud sponsor of Laville Athletics. Whatever your future holds after high school, make sure you also think about your financial future. Opening an e-student checking account with First Source Bank is a great way to keep you connected to your personal finances as you start on your road to success. Bank the way you want, when you want, 24/7. Apply online at firstsource.com today, or come see us at locations in La Paz, Plymouth, Bremen, Walkerton, or South Bend.
First Source Bank. Member FDIC.
A crisp October evening. A stadium filled with fans. A pass thrown. A journey completed. State of euphoria? No. The state of Indiana. High school sports. Pure spirit. Pure sport. Pure Indiana. This message brought to you by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the high schools in your community.
Hey Lancer fans, advertising spots are available today with LVH1. Advertising with LVH1 at Laville Junior Senior High School gives you business publicity with high school parents, fans, and families throughout the state of Indiana and beyond.
Advertisements can be provided by your business or made in-house by our mass media class at the high school.
All the funding goes directly to the student program and will help us gain hands-on experience in the broadcasting, video editing, and marketing fields.
If you're interested in advertising during athletic events throughout the year, please contact the broadcasting program at broadcasting@unorth.ksgov.in.us or call us at 574-784-3151.
Advertise today with LVH1, the voice of Lancer Nation.
We're back. Spartan Field here in Morocco, Indiana, on the campus at North Newton, home of the Spartans. My partner in crime here, I had to have him put his headset on. He was devouring a hot dog.
I was trying my best. Somebody sat on the cord.
So 3 minutes left to go here before the second half gets underway. The Lancers, obviously a totally different look from last year. Anytime you had Ethan Curte on the field, he was a threat to score. And tonight, obviously, that weapon, along with Adam Steinke and just a host of those senior ball players who just brought a lot of exciting play. As you talked about, we scored an average of, what, 40
points.
40 points. That's just average. That's not just like had a good game. That was averaging. And tonight we've got 3. But, again, it's a young team. As far as Leighton Zarnecki's concerned, has not looked really bad, you know, as far as pretty poised out there. He's a bigger kid anyway. As a freshman, he's somewhat deceiving. I know that during the summer he was competing with the varsity basketball team and also played some baseball as well. And his mom and dad have got him playing up as far as competition is concerned. So when he comes to play, it's not like he's not been playing against the big boys beforehand.
Yeah, it's something we've really taken for granted, or at least not mentioned thus far. Layton isn't just a one athlete sort of student like a lot of our Laville athletes. He plays basketball too. He's a real threat back there in the backfield to move around a little bit, to do some scrambling. He's not going to be just darting it out there. With the ball anyway, he may be able to move around some too. Shift that pocket around before the line can get to him.
Our statistician tonight is Scott Shear, and a shout out to Scott as far as the rehab is going, and we're just thankful he's watched on LVH1 tonight and giving us some stats. First half for the Lancers, 52 rushing yards on 0 passing yards. I think we had one pass attempt, and Dakota Fig with the field goal, 30-yard field goal, makes it 3-0 Lancers here at halftime. North Newton in the first half, early in the ball game, had trouble hanging onto the ball. They put the ball on the ground 4 different times, and finally we recovered a fumble, and then they drove down inside the red zone, and penalties hurt them. They ended up going backwards. And so anyway, North Newton's had a couple opportunities to go down and put the ball in the end zone, but have come up empty. So what are you looking for second half here?
I'm looking for the defense, though. We had a really good pickoff. That was Andrew Dill in the first quarter. They made that throw to the end zone there, and Andrew Dill, a freshman, came down with his first interception. Then to end that first half, we had Nathan Nichols-Peterson with another interception. So I think the defense is really going to step it up. They've had very limited opportunities, not passing the ball a whole lot, but when they do, the defense is ready. So I'm looking for them to really continue to try and shut down that run, but be wary of the pass when the opportunities come.
All right, time has ran out. 15 minutes are done, and the Lancers are over warming up, and North Newton getting ready to take the field. We're going to take a timeout. You're listening to Lancer Football on The Voice, the home of Lancer Football, LVH1. We'll be back in a few seconds.
I don't think of this as a high school weight room. It's more like a high school classroom. I'm learning how to manage my time here. I'm learning that it's important to have goals and that it takes persistence and commitment to reach them. And I'm learning that the best way to lead is by example.
Indiana High School Sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
First Source Bank is a proud sponsor of Laville Athletics. Whatever your future holds after high school, make sure you also think about your financial future. Opening an e-student checking account with First Source Bank is a great way to keep you connected to your personal finances as you start on your road to success. Bank the way you want, when you want, 24/7. Apply online at firstsource.com today, or come see us at locations in La Paz, Plymouth, Bremen, Walkerton, or South Bend.
First Source Bank. Member FDIC.
We're back for the beginning of the second half. Both teams are on the field. Once they come on the field, they put 2 more minutes back on the clock, give them an opportunity to stretch out a little bit. We're looking across the way, and we see Dakota Fig tossing the ball to the referee. He came up, a couple minutes left to go in the half, and really laid the wood to the halfback who was running. And I don't know if he got a knee to the head or whatever that is. And again, anymore, they're very, very cautious as far as concussions. I'm sure Gary Hall went over. Gary is the athletic trainer.
Looked like he'd gotten the wind knocked out of him a little bit, maybe.
But he appears to be up and about. Dakota is about as nice a kid as you'll ever meet. And he is, program's got him at 5'6", 160. And that's 160 pounds that just like to come hit you. What's really funny is on the football field, the guy's like, you know, he's an animal, but you meet him in the hallway. He's the nicest kid you'd ever want to meet.
Helps out a lot with Miss Raddick and some of the special needs students. He's a real mentor in the hallways, aside from being just a Samson strength out there on the football field.
Right. Well, I know he and Jacob Good are a couple of people that Coach Ostrowski were talking about looking to for some leadership. So the Lancers are going to kick off to start the second half. Fig is going to tee it up at the 40-yard line.
North Newton had deferred in that with the coin toss, and so they're going to take it up here.
Looks like Nick Snow is going to be deep, along with Colt Wagner. Sunset in the background, just a beautiful, nice red haze. Again, just a gorgeous night for Indiana high school football. So we're going to put 12 minutes on the clock, ready to tee it up. Start for the second half of tonight's ball game. Fig with the kickoff. Ball is going to come down right at the 21-yard line. Wagner with the carry, a little spin move. Ball is up to the 34-yard line. Russell Gentner on the tackle for the Lancers. They're going to spot it actually right at the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 Spartans. And the Lancers have had the bend not break here tonight so far. And again, early on in the season, I believe our defense is what's really going to have to help us out as our offense kind of finds their rhythm.
Not only that, they forced a couple fumbles that they weren't able to recover in that first half. I think they might be able to capitalize on a couple more of them.
Handoff to Colin Wagner. Struggles. Maybe a pickup of a yard on the play.
That's not the easiest yard he's had tonight.
Russell Gentner again on the bottom of the pile. 2nd down and 9. Pick up a 1 on the play early here in the third period. Lancers with the 3-0 lead on the Dakota Fig field goal. The chess match continues.
Leave it to me to take something as exciting and fun as football and compare it to
Chess.
chess.
Flag on the play.
Believe it or not, I played a lot more chess in high school than I did football.
Offside against the Lancers. Be a 5-yard penalty. Be 2nd down and 4. Ball will be at the 41-yard line. Geller wide right. Handoff. .42, Nick Snow. Pickup of 3 on the play. 3rd down and 1. Ball's at the 44-yard line. 10:30 left to go here in the third period. Lancers with a 3-0 lead. Split wide to the left. Drop back to pass. And he is brought down. That's Vanderwall. Loss of 2 on the play. Ball will go back to the 42-yard line. 4th down and 4. Again, just nowhere to throw the ball.
A lot of jerseys floating around in there for the Laville side. I saw Jacob Good come up after that one, but
not quite sure why on a 3rd and 1 with a running team while you drop back to pass.
I think Laville had 13 men in the box, so.
Fig will be deep. Almost blocked. Takes kind of a roll, Fig comes up, and man, he just gets hammered. He never really kind of had the hold of the ball to begin with. Kind of loosely had it, so it wasn't really, I think it was more of the fact that just the ball hit and spun towards him. And I think he kind of hesitated whether he wanted to pick it up and run with it. And then when he did run with it, again, it looked like he just didn't really have time to pull it down and really secure it. And he took a lick. And so the ball pops out, hit the 31-yard line. 1st and 10 Spartans. Snow on the carry. Gain of about 3 on the play. Tackle by Russell Gentner. 2nd down and 7. Ball will be at the 28-yard line. Just under 9 minutes here in the 3rd period. Lancers were able to hold on the first drive by the Spartans. Turnover. Now gives the ball back to North Newton. Some good field position. Handoff to Colin Wagner. Little cutback. Going to cross the 25 down to around the 23-yard line. 3rd down and 3. Pickup of about 4 on the play. Ball's on the 24-yard line. Again, this is where the Lancers have been before. Coming up with stops on the last couple times that North Newton's come down in this type of position. Again, the Spartans tried to throw last time. This time, they're just going to go straight ahead. Vanderwall, and just kind of get the whole pile and do the bush push.
That's some sour memories.
I know. I'm not quite sure why they didn't do that on the last play. Ball is pushed down to around the 21-yard line. Kind of hard to see, just a host of Lancers in the middle there. And we're going to have a referee's timeout. We're going to bring the chains out and take a look. Lancers did a nice job of just bunching that up, but that's just one of those ones where you just, quarterback just takes the ball, runs forward. Halfback just kind of comes in, runs into him, just keep pushing, everybody keep pushing. It's a big rugby scrum. And they are looking, and it can't be more than about 3 inches. So we're going to go 4th and inches.
What do you do here? Do you go to tie it up, or do you to?
Well, I think he's sending his quarterback back out there. I would just do the same thing again, just fall forward. I mean, it was just like a couple, 2 or 3 inches, not much at all. Lancers have just got everybody stacked up in there. Oh, and what happened is what you don't want to happen, and that is the offensive lineman moved. And so now we're going to drop it back 5 yards, and that's a whole nother ball game now. Left side, you can see the left side of the North Newton, and number 79 immediately knew what he had done, kind of slaps his helmet. So now we got 4th and 5. Got to have a little different call on this one. Back to pass, and the pass is incomplete. And the Lancers are again going to hold, as North Newton is unable to convert on the 4th down play. Boy, there's another penalty. That's a killer. Offside. Kid just trying to anticipate. So the Lancers will take over. 1st and 10, ball on their own 25-yard line. And again, they need to put together a drive so we can play some field position here, if nothing else.
Yeah, we need to try and push this ball a little bit closer to our end zone.
Colby Watts on the carry. Good hard run. Pick up a 3 on the play. 2nd down and 7. We have at least 2 people watching us tonight. My son just said we need a shout out. He's down in my brother-in-law Dave's his man cave. So for those watching us back in La Paz, hope you're enjoying it. We'll be home tonight, probably 1, 2 o'clock. I don't know, whatever it will be. 2nd down and 3. Watts again on the carry. Cuts back against the grain. Breaks it.
They were trying to strip that
Trying
ball.
to strip the ball away from him. Colt did a nice job of hanging on to the ball. He was going down. Would have been easy to lose that ball. Pick up a 14 on the play. Ball's down to the 44-yard line. And that's going to be enough for a Lancer. 1st down. 6 minutes and 20 seconds left to go here in the 3rd period. It's a nice hard run. Watts started off to the left, cut back against the grain. Tried to strip the ball away from him, actually.
There were 2 or 3 guys trying to get
Did
that
a nice
ball out
job
of his
hanging
hands.
on to the ball. On the counter, Fig on the counter.
Ate him up.
Nothing going on there. Logan Gonzalez on the hit. Dakota got the handoff and was met immediately. Loss of 4 on the play. Ball's back to the 41-yard line. 2nd down and 14. Lancers have used that play many occasions and have had some relatively good success.
You can only do the same thing so many times.
Well, they just had they had penetration. North Newton on their line really penetrated in. Zarnecki back to throw.
Oh,
Ball is, and he's got him. Pass is complete to Andrew Dill. Freshman to freshman. Threw the ball up there, and Dill not doing what a lot of players would do, and that's stop and wait on it and have the ball be overthrown. Andrew just kept running. Of course, Andrew's got great speed. Ball's all the way down to the 11-yard line. 1st and 10 Lancers. Zarnecki takes the snap, and we've got a flag on the play. That's not usually good.
False start.
False start against the Lancers. 5-yard penalty. First down and 15. Nichols Peterson split out to the right. Jacob Good and Dakota Fig to the left. Handoff to Colby Watts. Watts running hard. Pick up of about a yard on the play. Be 2nd down and 14. Ball just inside the 15-yard line. 4 minutes left to go in the 3rd period. Again, the Lancers are down. Looking for a 2nd score tonight. First touchdown of the season. Power I this time. Zarnecki back to pass again. Pass intended for Riley Wagner.
It's good to see Layton getting a little bit more comfortable back there in the pocket, though. Like we'd said earlier, he actually moved out of the pocket a little bit, saw some defenders coming and scrambled. Once he gets a little more comfortable, he's really going to be a terror.
I think, again, what Coach Hostauser talked about is just the experience, game speed. You're going from playing junior high football last year to varsity football here in just over a summer. You're
starting game 1.
Right,
Yeah.
got to grow up in 3 months. Back in the shotgun.
he goes
Rolls
again.
out. Pass
Little
towards
wide.
Jacob Good. Overthrown. Brings up fourth down. Appears we're going to bring Fig back out. Last time he had a 30-yard. We're going to be maybe a couple yards. Ball's going to be put down on around the 23-yard line. Nope, right at about the 20. About the same place he was before. 30-yard field goal attempt by Dakota Fig. Ball's down, and it's blocked. North Newton scrambled, ball still loose. Riley Wagner picks up the ball all the way back to the, I think around about the 8-yard line. I'm not so sure what the discussion is about. This is going to be North Newton's ball. Even though the Lancers recover it. Ball now is on the 8-yard line. Be 1st and 10 North Newton. The Lancers with a trip down to 11-yard line come away empty. Ball still, score still 3-0. Coach Ostrauser is wanting an explanation of what happened.
Well, it sounds like the refs are calling for an illegal touch against Laville. So even though they'd recovered, there was no illegal touch prior. That's negating the whole play.
Okay. Coach Ostrauser is arguing his case vehemently. Referee is listening here. I don't know what they're going to do here. He's pleaded his case.
A little bit of a referee huddle again.
Again, this is one of these calls where I don't have the rule book memorized at all, and so I'm glad I'm not the referees trying to sort this one out, because this is those ones, a lot of times in a game, you'll get, you don't have any kind of funny kind of plays. Games just kind of come and go. They're pretty easy. And then you get one of these where you're going, oh, man, rule number 37, stroke H, semicolon 1, whatever, and who remembers that out of the playbook? So
Coach Ostrauser.
So he's back out again. Head referee is explaining what's going on. At this point, it looks like North Newton's going to get the ball. Nothing's really changed. I would assume that if we were, Coach Ostrauser was winning his case, our guys would be, the offense would be back on the field. So North Newton's going to end up with the football. First down, ball's at around the 8-yard line. Still got a huddle going on. And I think it's time to play some football here. Now we're going to come on over, and Coach Jeff Bean says, I would like an equal opportunity. Coach Ostrauser had 5 minutes. I'd like to have my 5 minutes.
Nobody's talking to me.
And meanwhile, the kids are all out there standing around looking at each other, saying, let's just play some football.
Not really sure what he would want to argue at this point.
So Coach Bean seems to be, he's got the ball. I don't know why he would be discontent. Maybe, I guess, they're just a clarification of what's.
Do you think he was talking them into giving the ball back to Laville?
I doubt it. Go ahead and let him have it. All right, let's play some football. Hand off to Snow.
He really plowed through the defense.
Right. I mean, he got hit 3 or 4 times going through there. Pickup of 6 on the play. Ball will be on the 14-yard line. 3 minutes left to go in the third period. Snow again on the carry. Pickup of 2 on the play. Corbin Brown again in on the tackle. He's been at the bottom of the pile most of the night. And again, you'd see Corbin in the hallway. He's the nicest kid.
Yeah.
Big kid, but just a really, really nice kid. All right, we got 3rd down and 2. Throwing the ball has not been, and they're not going to throw the ball. Again, Snow, and he's immediately tackled.
I don't know that he got
by Russell Gantner. Gantner hit him in the back. I don't even think he even gained anything. Maybe. I think that's a generous spot. They're going to be 4th and about a yard, and Spartans have said we're not going to take any chances here. We're going to play field position.
Yeah, that was a tackle by Gentner back there. Gentner is one of those guys just so respectful in the classroom, always, sir, yes, sir, no, sir. Then he comes out here and he's throwing people around on the football field, completely dichotomous personality.
Did you just use the word dichotomous?
That may have been me. That's a shout out to Mr. Hill.
Fig, ball hits. Takes a roll backwards, actually. Is down right at the 50-yard line. The Lancers will take over. We're going to take a commercial timeout. You're listening to Lancer Football on the voice of Lancer Nation, LVH1 Broadcasting.
First Source Bank is a proud sponsor of Laville Athletics. Whatever your future holds after high school, make sure you also think about your financial future. Opening an e-student checking account with First Source Bank is a great way to keep you connected to your personal finances as you start on your road to success. Bank the way you want, when you want, 24/7. Apply online at firstsource.com today, or come see us at locations in La Paz, Plymouth, Freeman, Walkerton, or South Bend.
First Source Bank. Member FDIC.
Hello, Lancers. Update from around the area for football. Bremen up 14 over Tippy Valley in the half. Plymouth up 22 over East Noble in the fourth quarter, and South Bend, Washington 0-0 against Hamilton in the first quarter. Back to you guys in the booth.
We're back here at Spartan Field, 30 seconds left to go. 2nd down and 8. Watts on the carry. Runs hard. Runs really, really hard. Pickup of about 1 on the play. Tackle by Brett Ewing. Ball will be at the 47-yard line. 3rd down and 7. Like the Lancers are going to let the period run out.
I get to spend a lot of time with Watts during the school day. He's a pretty bright bulb out there. He comes in, he's always got a little bit of a joke.
Yeah, all right, that's enough of that. Hey, let's go back to a commercial timeout. I can't stand your jokes anymore. LVH1 is your broadcast nation.
He's going to get one of them in there.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
First Source Bank is a proud sponsor of Laville Athletics. Whatever your future holds after high school, make sure you also think about your financial future. Opening an e-student checking account with First Source Bank is a great way to keep you connected to your personal finances as you start on your road to success. Bank the way you want, when you want, 24/7. Apply online at firstsource.com today, or come see us at locations in La Paz, Plymouth, Bremen, Walkerton, or South Bend.
First Source Bank. Member FDIC.
Some more football updates from around the area. Concord up 31-24 over St. Joseph in the fourth quarter. Fairfield up 19-0 over Goshen in the final of the high school football game. And last but not least, Mishawaka Marion up 42-8 over South Bend Clay in the final high school football game. Back to you guys in the booth.
We're ready for the beginning of period number 4. Lancers have the ball on the 47-yard line. 3rd down and 7. Spartan fans are calling for their defense to hold. Zarnecki's back, and he is going to be sacked. Never had a chance. Eric Sharinga with the huge loss. That is all the way back to the 45-yard line. That's a loss of 7. David King will come in to punt. Wagner and Snow will be deep for North Newton. Snap. King's punt, nice high punt, way back. Wagner calls for the fair catch, bobbles a little bit. Ball will be right at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 Spartan. Lancers holding on to this 3-0 lead. North Newton, again, primarily a running team. Plenty of time, no reason to panic. Lancers have done a nice job tonight as far as holding North Newton.
That sweep play again, they keep going forward. We finally broke through again.
Jason Eller goes in motion. Tackle by Edgar Alvarado. Pickup of about 1 on the play. 2nd down and 9. Ball's at the 21-yard line. Eller went in motion. North Newton's done that a couple of times tonight. Send a back in motion, and that's the one they hand off to.
Yeah, it gives their quarterback a couple more options, keeps the defense on their toes a little bit more.
Again, Eller on the carry. Met by a host of Lancers. Actually going to be a loss of 1 on the play. Ball's going to go back to the 20-yard line. 3rd down and 10. Lancers done just a nice job tonight as far as defending the run. It's a young team. Played well last Friday night scrimmage down at Wabash, but tonight just really kind of getting an idea of who can do what. Wagner back to pass, immediately met. No, pass is complete to Wagner. Vanderwaal's pass. Immediate tackle again by Alvarado. Only a 5-yard pickup. Be 4th down and 5. 3 and out is not what North Newton needed there at that point in time.
But that's what the defense needed.
They did a nice job. Dakota Fig back deep. Heller has been punting tonight, and he's punted the ball well tonight as well. Almost off the edge, Andrew Dill. Punt's going to roll out of bounds right at the 38-yard line. Lancers will take over 1st and 10. We're just kind of playing a little back and forth right now. As far as that playing field position, Lancers are going to be just about the same place they were last time. A
little bit of a tug of war for the positioning on the field.
Here's where we need a nice drive to eat up about 7 minutes of the clock and go down and put one in.
What we really need is just that touchdown. That touchdown will really help us out a lot here.
Zarnecki hands off to Watts. Just refuses to go down.
He's going to get 3 or 4 yards off that.
Ran into the middle of that. There were 3 or 4 North Newton players tugging and pulling on him. Colby with a nice job. Pickup of 3 on the play. 2nd down and 7. Ball's at the Lancer 41-yard line. Just under 9 minutes left to go here in the ball game. Lancers need to put together a drive, go down, put some points on the board, take some time off the clock. Hand off again to Watts. Gets to the corner.
Watts has no give.
Ran out of bounds at around the 44-yard line. Pickup of 5 on the play. 3rd down and 4. Got an official's timeout. North Newton player. He lost his shoe. I think they were having a
First Source Bank is a proud sponsor of Laville Athletics. Whatever your future holds after high school, make sure you also think about your financial future. Opening an e-student checking account.
Again, North Newton fans are trying to egg their team on. Watts in motion, and we've got a flag on the play. Coach Ostrauser talking to his team. False start, and he is not happy. He is not talking to the officials. He is talking to his linemen. So we'll back it up, 3rd and 9.
Yeah, coach is over there pacing now.
And we've got trips out to the left here. Zarnecki back in the shotgun. Had to reset the clock. I think what happened was 10 seconds went off the clock, and it was down to 7:52. And we heard the public address announcer talk about referees want to put 10 seconds back on the clock. So we'll come out 3rd and 9. Ball at the Lancer 39-yard line.
So line up with the 3 on the side again.
Get the trips over here. He's going to run the option to Pope. Pope is hit. Tough run. Right at the 45-yard line. Tackle by Max Seitzinger.
That was a nice play. They're going to have to circle that one in the playbook and go back to it another time.
4th down and 3. Ball right at the 45-yard line. Again, David King back to punt. Wagner and Snow deep for North Newton. And again, the back and forth continues. Neither team bending. Almost blocked. Snow takes it on the run.
Oh. I just remembered why I didn't want to play football.
Tackled by Jake Martin. Jake Martin laid the wood to him. 36-yard line. Spartans will take over. 1st and 10. Vanderwall drops back to pass. Pass is complete. Kyle Geller.
It's like 8 yards.
Shakes the first tackle. Pick up about 8 yards. Ball will be down at the 44-yard line. 2nd down and 2. Vanderwall and the keeper finds a hole right up the middle. Dakota Fig comes up with the hit, but not after Vanderwall with about a 7-yard pickup. Ball's just right on the other side of the 50-yard line. Just noses into Lancer territory. 1st and 10, Spartans. Clock is ticking down. Almost 6 minutes left to go in the game.
You know, and this Spartan team just does not look phased. They look like
Vanderwall,
they're so fresh.
back to pass. Jacob Good bats the ball up in the air. Second down and 10. Good pressure by Jacob. Again, doing what they teach them. Get your hands up.
Good things will happen.
Jacob's a big boy anyway, so he's going to be a big target to throw over. Getting the ball at the right at the 50-yard line. Spartans throwing the ball a little bit more now. Oh. Seitzinger in motion. Loses a yard on the play. Again, there's that play where they'll send somebody in motion, hand the ball to them. Lancers are not fooled at all.
I think that was Edgar Alvarado.
Yes, it was. Edgar having a nice game tonight. 3rd down and 12. Ball's backed up to the Spartan 48-yard line. Clock is running. 5 minutes, 30 seconds left to go. Lancers holding on to a 3-0 lead. Vanderwall under center. Drops back to pass. Again, Jacob Good. Almost gets him. Pass is intended to Colt Wagner. Drops incomplete.
Jacob Good is playing like the senior leadership that they really need to show up this year.
Good almost on the tackle. So again, we're just playing field position. Lancer's now going to be backed up a little bit this time. Dakota Fig back deep. Ball's at the 48-yard line. Jason Eller will punt. The Lancers are going to call a timeout. You're listening to Lancer Football on the voice of Lancer Nation, LVH1 Broadcasting, back after this timeout.
Account with First Source Bank is a great way to keep you connected to your personal finances as you start on your road to success. Bank the way you want, when you want, 24/7. Apply online at firstsource.com today or come see us at locations in La Paz, Plymouth, Bremen, Walkerton, or South Bend.
First Source Bank. Member FDIC.
A crisp October evening. A stadium filled with fans. A pass-through. A journey completed. State of euphoria? No. The state of Indiana. High school sports. Pure spirit. Pure sport. Pure Indiana. This message brought to you by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the high schools in your community.
Spartans are back to punt. Dakota Fig will be deep. He's right around the zone 25-yard line. Punt is going to be well short this time. It's going to take a high bounce. Roll out of bounds. At around the 25-yard line. Lancers will get the ball back with a little over 5 minutes left to go in the contest.
What do you think, Coach? They just try to wear down the time here, or are they going to try and go for the score?
I think they would be happy just to take some time off the clock.
Or maybe do both.
Right now.
I'd be happy.
Yeah, we'd like to have them both. Lancers have played well tonight. Opening night with a young team, battling hard. Freshman quarterback taking the reins tonight. Zarnecki's done a nice job. Lancers with the full house backfield. Fig in motion. Handoff right up the middle. Robbie Pope. I think if they could just bang it up in there and take some time off the clock. Pickup of 3 on the play. Second down to 7. Ball's at the Lancer 28-yard line. Lancers continuing just to take some time off of the clock. Zarnecki passing on the info to Robbie Pope. Pitch back to Colby Watts. Colby tries to get around the corner.
He's going to get 2 or 3 more.
Going to go out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. Pickup of 1 on the play. Third down and either a long 6 or a short 7, whichever way you want to go. Unfortunately, went out of bounds. I think they would try to keep the ball in bounds and keep the clock moving. Same situation again. We're here in third down and long. Riley Wagner on the carry. Hard run, but again, just ran into a host of North Newton players. Pickup of 1 on the play, so the ball is now going to be on the 30-yard line. Fourth down and 5. North Newton is looking like they've only got 1 guy back. I don't know if they're going to try to send the house here to try to block this punt. David King, here they come. That's exactly what they're doing. King gets the ball off. Nice punt.
Really
and that just goes out of bounds. That's exactly what was going on. Colt Wagner, who was back deep, the only guy back, he just watched it. He had no intentions of returning it. Because if he'd have returned it, he's just going to get creamed because there's nobody there to block for him. So, David King, again, an effective punt.
That was an aggressive play, but it looked like David King may have anticipated or at least reacted really quickly to get that ball off.
Get the ball out right away. So the ball will be on the 30-yard line. First and 10 again for the Spartans. Lancers, it's kind of just like the same thing back and forth here. 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. Both teams battling hard, playing hard. Back to pass. Vanderwall pulls it down. He's going to run. Going to pull the ball down. Well, the announcer said first down, but I think he pulled it down.
That's not it, but bring that one up here, please.
Marked him just short. Went out of bounds at the 39-yard line, so pickup of 9 on the play. Second down and 1. Ball's at the 39-yard line. Again, Lancers putting good pressure on Vanderwall that time. He just pulled it down and just ran for it. Drops back to pass. Ball is complete. Pass is complete to Garrett Belt. 6'1" junior. Now the announcer can say a first down. Ball's all the way up to the Spartan 48-yard line. Clock is running. A little over 3 minutes left to go. Lancer defense, which has been stout all evening, looking to make a play. Again, Vanderwall back for the pass. Pass is intended to Seitzinger, who is asking for a pass interference, along with all of the fans in the North Newton
One
stands.
set of bleachers. The Lancer bleachers seem to be content with the call.
They thought it was a good call. Second down and 10. Again, stops the clock. Just a little under 3 minutes left to go in the ball game. Second down and 10. Ball's at the 48-yard line.
The good news for them is that does stop the clock, so they don't have time ticking away on them.
Vanderwall again drops back out into the flat. Pass was intended, again, to Seitzinger. Well overthrown.
Andrew Dill right on it again.
Dill's done a nice job as far as back in the secondary. Again, you've got the coach was talking about the youth here. You've got a freshman starting at cornerback out there just all by himself. That's out on the island out there by himself. Andrew doing a nice job.
I think he wants to get his second interception of his career.
Again, the Spartans throwing the ball. They don't throw the ball a lot. They've already had 2 picks tonight. Coach Jeff Bean has said we need to talk this one over. Not too sure. So we're going to go to a commercial. Timeout. You're listening to LVH1 Lancer Broadcasting.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
First Source Bank is a proud sponsor of Laville Athletics. Whatever your future holds after high school, make sure you also think about your financial future. Opening an e-student checking account with First Source Bank is a great way to keep you connected to your personal finances as you start on your road to success. Bank the way you want, when you want, 24/7. Apply online at firstsource.com today, or come see us at locations in La Paz, Plymouth, Bremen, Walkerton, or South Bend.
First Source Bank. Member F.
Spartans drop back. Jeff Vanderwall drops back, being lots of pressure, looking downfield. He's got a receiver. Oh, and it's out of bounds. Seitzinger again was the target. He actually had Kyle Geller down the field. I don't know if you saw that, Wayne. He had beaten his man at about the 25.
But he was on the wrong side of the field with the way Vanderwall was doing the little bootleg right. He couldn't throw it across his body over there. Probably didn't even see him.
So the Spartans are not going to punt. 4th and 10, they're going to go for it. Figure if they give it up now, they're not going to probably get the ball back.
Running out of opportunities.
So this is probably going to be the ball game right here, depending on what happens. Vanderwall again under center. Drops back. Pressure. Tosses it up, and there's nobody.
Alvarado was over there.
He was wide open. So the Lancers will take over on downs.
Zarnecki and Coach Hostrauss are having a little conversation.
Ball will be at the Spartan 48-yard line. Coach Ostrauser is saying, take care of the ball.
Take it home.
You don't just want to go into total just, well, we'll see what's going to happen here. I don't know how many timeouts Spartans have. I would assume Robbie Pope just up the middle. Nope, we're going to give it to Dakota. Fig with a nice, breaks to the outside. Tackle by Colt Wagner. Pick up a 5 on the play. 2nd down and 5, ball's at the 43-yard line. The clock continues to tick down.
It's good to see all these guys getting touches on the ball too. Pope, Fig,
Colby.
The 3 of them really
Just done a nice job tonight. They run hard. Guys really run hard. Layton's done a nice job directing the offense. Watts bangs into the lines, going to try to turn it and get outside. Runs into a big wall in the middle, bounces out of it, gets to the outside. Spartans immediately call timeout. There's no gain on the play. 3rd down and 5. We're going to keep it right here.
The left side didn't work, so he went to the right side there.
Well, the Lancers have been in 3rd and long all night. And at this point in the season, we don't really have a good 3rd and long play. And that's nothing as far as the kids are concerned, but just the playbook right now. Anything, when we get in 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7, right now, the offenses were geared more towards, unless we can do something like we had with Layton connecting with Andrew. But we're just going to struggle at this point in the season. They'll get better with that. Obviously, tonight's just a good time just to get some contact. You're tired of hitting each other. You're ready to go hit somebody else at this point in the season. Again, they had that a little bit with the scrimmage last week. But the Lancers playing well tonight. Playing well tonight. All right, 3rd down and 5. Zarnacki brings it down. Little pass. Pass is complete to Robbie Pope. And that, Mr. Thomas, is why I'm not the coach.
I don't know that either of us would have called that, but Layton played it off really well. Pope caught a good pass and ran for a few yards. Good enough to move the chains.
All the way down to the 22. The 1st and 10 Lancers. I would assume now, again, I don't know. I'd ran Pope up the middle, probably looking at 4th and 2. That's why coach is down there and I'm up here. Zarnecki takes a snap. Hands off to Pope. Just up the middle. Keeps on going. Snow on the tackle. Ball's inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Pickup of 8 on the play. 2nd down and 2. Spartans call another timeout. Lancers at this point in time just wanting to hold on to the football. 2nd and 2, though, that's a better position for us.
14 yards to go. It'd
be nice to go down and put one in, but at this point in time, I think we would be satisfied to run the clock out. But again, another first down here. I would think this would be pretty doable here. A couple down, 2 downs to get 2 yards. So, minute 25 left to go. Ball on the 14-yard line. Lancers come out leading 3-0. Dakota Fig field goal has been all the offense tonight. The Lancers have put on the board. And it looks like we're just going to take a knee. Zarnecki just takes the knee. I'm assuming that means that the Spartans don't have any more timeouts, which they don't. Field official now tells him to wind the clock. And so this ball game is going to have a very anticlimactic ending.
Yeah, it wasn't quite the high-scoring shootout we're acquainted with, but a W is a W.
Assuming they're going to run it down and take a delay game. Five-yard penalty, move the ball back to the 20-yard line. And again, Zarnecki is just going to take a knee.
This is going to leave tenths of a second. Tenths of a second.
Lancers are heading to the sideline. Lining up at midfield. I'm not quite sure. I think we're going to have to go out because there's still enough time left on here. There's going to be, I think we're going to have to take another snap here. Nope, I guess not. I guess there was. Wound it, so the ball game is going to end. The Lancers with their first win of the season, 3-0 as they defeat the North Newton Spartans. Both teams congratulating each other. Coaches are shaking hands at midfield. We're going to go back to the guys. You guys got some commercials here ready for us? We're going to toss it back to the guys, and we'll be back at the post-game wrap-up. You're listening to LVH1, the voice of Lancer Sports.
I don't think of this as a high school weight room. It's more like a high school classroom. I'm learning how to manage my time here. I'm learning that it's important to have goals and that it takes persistence and commitment to reach them. And I'm learning that the best way to lead is by example.
Indiana High School Sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
First Source Bank is a proud sponsor of Laville Athletics. Whatever your future holds after high school, make sure you also think about your financial future. Opening an e-student checking account with First Source Bank is a great way to keep you connected to your personal finances as you start on your road to success. Bank the way you want, when you want, 24/7. Apply online at firstsource.com today, or come see us at locations in La Paz, Plymouth, Bremen, Walkerton, or South Bend.
First Source Bank. Member FDIC.
A crisp October evening. A stadium filled with fans. A pass thrown. A journey completed. State of euphoria? No. the state of Indiana. High school sports, pure spirit, pure sport, pure Indiana. This message brought to you by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the high schools in your community.
Hey Lancer fans, advertising spots are available today with LVH1. Advertising with LVH1 at Laville Junior Senior High School gives your business publicity with high school parents, fans, and families throughout the state of Indiana and beyond.
Advertisements can be provided by your business or made in-house by our mass media class at the high school.
All the funding goes directly to the student program and will help us gain hands-on experience in the broadcasting, video editing, and marketing fields.
If you are interested in advertising during athletic events throughout the year, please contact the broadcasting program at broadcasting@unorth.k12.in.us or call us at 574-784-3151.
Advertise today with LVH1, the voice of Lancer Nation.
Welcome back to North Newton, the campus at North Newton, Spartan Field, where your Laville Lancers tonight have their first W in the column as they defeat the Spartans 3-0. Dakota Fig was the only scorer tonight, and he got a field goal in the second period. Definitely a different look than what we're used to last year, with the Lancers averaging 40 points a game. Tonight, solid as far as defense is concerned. We tackled well, we hit well with a freshman quarterback. Didn't turn the ball over a lot, and so a lot of positives. I'm sure Coach Ostrauser will take a look and see all the negatives, but all in all, it's a good first win for the Lancers, especially when you drive almost 2 hours. You hate to do the bus ride home. I've been on those long bus rides, you know, and so coaches are a lot happier on the bus ride home when you put a W up there. So, Wayne, tell me about just your thoughts as far as, I won't say impressions because I didn't want any bad impressions. How about your thoughts about tonight's ball game?
Yeah, it was really well played. I think North Newton really has a lot to go home happy with, even though they got the loss. They had a lot of really good plays out there. This was a struggle between both teams. No one really showed any dominance. So we did squeak out with a 3-point win. A lot of youth on the team. Andrew Dill with an interception.
Leighton Zarnecki.
Leighton Zarnecki is a freshman. A lot of freshmen and sophomores on both lines. So a lot of real potential for growth.
Lancers will be on the road again next Friday night. Again, that was scheduled to be a home game, but be waiting on the turf to be ready at Lancer Field. They will be on the road as they'll take on the Triton Trojans. Coach, I didn't see. How did Triton do tonight? Any idea how Triton did? Were they?
Last we checked, it was 35-0 in favor of Triton at halftime.
Triton was ahead 35-0 at halftime. So it looks like we're going to have our hands full heading down to Triton, but a good win for us tonight. Hey, thanks a lot to the students who ran the show here tonight. Camera persons, Alex Scarbeck, Vernon Birch, Sierra Lidgard, Jake Rush. Our sideline and social media was Olivia Urban, Haley Cox, Jasana Dixon. Your producer was Vernon Birch. The director, as always, Mr. Matt Florian. Thankful for Mr. Wayne Thomas, who made the trip with me. I just recruited him this morning, by the way, and he had to plead with his wife. Nothing else we'd rather do than just drive 2 hours to go down and announce football. So, final thoughts? Anything else you want to say here, buddy?
Yeah, give her a little shout-out. But I want to give a shout-out. We've got Alex Steinke actually listening also, so I'm really thankful for what he's doing for us right now, serving in the military and really living the good life for us, I guess.
All right, again, that's the final. Your Lancers win tonight, 3-0. Dakota Fig field goal. We've enjoyed bringing LVH1 football to you. Until next Friday night, we'll be down in Bourbon. The Triton Trojans and the Laville Lancers. This is Steve Cox with Wayne Thomas signing off. Have a good evening.